Hey y'all, it's your girl Prada Mama, and we are live on my first episode of my new podcast, Prada Gang TV. Make some noise for our guest Jamal.
Hold on. I thought that I was here to interview you for Just Talks.
Just what?
Just Talks.
We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it on Prada Gang TV.
Right.
So what brings you here today?
I was gonna ask you, how did you get your name Prada Mama?
That's not what we rehearsed. Nah. All right, let's get into it, y'all. That was a little jokey joke. So Prada Mama came from, it was from a Lil' Kim line, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if y'all heard the song Drugs, but Lil' Kim referenced the lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? And that shit just stuck. I was like, oh my gosh, she called herself the Prada Mama? Nah, I'm taking that. And that's where it came from, you know? It was like a paying homage type of thing, but also like I just really fucked with the name, like, you know? So, I mean, most people just call me Prada, but it's Prada Mama, yeah.
One of the first songs that I ever heard that you released was called Steep Tech, going all the way back. Do you want to talk about that?
Steep Tech was iconic. Let me tell you guys something. Steep Tech was fucking fire. I feel like that shit shook up the city. I'm not gonna lie. Might have made bitches want to rap. I don't know. No, I'm just kidding. But Steep Tech was fire. I feel like we was just on some shit. Like, we wanted to do what the guys thought they were so cool doing in music videos. Like, we was like, you know what? We're going to get lit in front of the bodega, and that shit going to be fire. It ended up going crazy. Like, on Twitter, that shit was doing numbers. And that's how Mero ended up finding the video. Mm-hmm. And that's how we got him in the next music video, Prada World, because he was like, yo, I want to be in that. I want to be in her music video. So,
yeah. Actually, yes, you brought that up, because I was going to ask, how did that whole thing come about? Because I remember seeing that, and I was like, how did you get him to...
I know. Honestly, I think Twitter just did their thing with that one. So, shout out to y'all. I mean, I try to be more like, you got to take advantage of every... what's the word? Network, or every opportunity. Like, social network, that's what social media is in the end of the day. Like, sometimes I'd be discouraged. I'd be like, yo, like, I keep posting this over and over, and it's like, should I stop posting? Should I take my talents to this app? But it's like, nah, you'll be surprised. Like, that one person that will retweet that shit and have the next person on their page see it, it really is just like, you know, you gotta take every chance with this. So
taking the time, it doesn't really happen overnight. Sometimes it does, but you know.
Just because it happened overnight for someone don't mean it's gonna happen overnight for you. Like,
and sometimes the overnight successes, they don't last.
That's right. So. It's better sometimes to take the stairs, create like a strong foundation. And at that point, you really don't need anyone.
So since then, you've done a lot more than that. But you dropped your EP, Big Prada.
I dropped the EP in September 2021. But I dropped the music video January of this year.
Okay.
I dropped Big Prada freestyle video. That's a fact.
Which has been going crazy, by the way.
OD, yo. I think that video is like the most viewed video I've ever had, like, on YouTube. That shit, I think it just cracked 200K, or it's just about to. But that was definitely a milestone for me. I was so shocked. And it was happening fast too. Shout out to all the baddies that was in the video. You know, shout out to 20, shout out to Sav with the editing, shout out to the motherfucking creative direction by my bestie Max. Like, you know, I like to work with people that I have relationships with, because the chemistry and like, just, that's what makes it fun, and that's what makes that come out organic. Like, I'm not into faking anything just because of like business or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is like, especially if something don't feel right in my spirit, I don't want to do it no more. Like, that's just how I am with this. So.
Especially when you do stuff on camera, because when you start to try to fake something, people will notice, and they'll be like, doesn't really feel genuine. I don't know if I could fuck with this. You know what I mean? With there being like a gap in between it, what kind of like difficulties do you find as like as an artist with working on music and also releasing?
It's important to think of what's next before you even drop what you're currently working on. Like, you don't want to give everything away and then end up in like this dry. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, so that's something that might hinder me from dropping, just not thinking, and because I can do that if I want to, but I rather, build my catalog so when I do drop, it's straight quality, like, and it's just like long lasting. So also just like trying to get myself to be in like the right headspace to create content, and to create good music. That could be a challenge for artists sometimes because we're very emotional. At least me. I can only speak for myself. So that might be something that is a factor in why I don't like drop a lot so regularly. But I do have some things that are coming that I'm so excited about. And yeah.
But working with Iman, somebody that you work with a lot, do you want to talk about him and the relationship that you've had?
Of course, that's like my brother right there. So we got some good ass music together. I'm not gonna lie, we got some good music. He's someone that always pushes me to like get out of my comfort zone and challenge myself with like different sounds. I really do respect his opinion, and it's like that's a big thing for me because it's not that I don't take criticism well. It definitely holds more weight when it's from someone whose like opinion you value, someone that's like a reliable source, someone that applies the things they're teaching you to what they do and you see it work. So that's definitely someone that I respect in this, and we came a long way for real. And that's with Iman and the producers that I be with too. Like, we kind of like a family. So it's rare to come by people in this industry that just want to help and see you grow with no gain. Like, so, I really admire that about the artists and producers that I be with.
Yeah, because a lot of people is, what can you do for me, rather than let's work together I can see something in you. And even if I don't get nothing in return, it's good to see that you're able to go to that next.
Right. And, I try to see both sides of it because I know this is a business in the end of the day. Like, people are putting in work. They want to get their credit. They want to get whatever it is that they're trying to benefit. But me personally, the people that I really hold dear to me, like, I pay attention to all the things that people do that they don't have to do for real. Like, and it's crazy. Like, just the other day, I was wrapping up this song that it was so important for me to get done and send it off. And one of my friends, Rondon, like, he was thugging it with me for 3 days in the studio. Like, it wasn't even his beat. Like, he was not going to, like, he was just like, nah, we got to get you on this. I'm like, yo, like, that's love right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Same thing with Jesus, same thing with Sav, same thing with Scoop, like, Fight Back. That's just the type of time we on, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, I peep everything. I'm very grateful, and I always like to let people know that I know exactly like what it is that y'all did for me. Cause yeah.
Seeing yourself on TV and hearing yourself on the radio for the first time.
Oh my gosh, that shit. Okay. Shout out DJ Steph Cakes. I know you was about to mention her. I probably beat you to it. Shout out to DJ Steph Cakes because an artist never forgets the first time they heard their voice on the radio. The first time I heard myself on the radio was for The League by me and Iman, and yeah, Steph played that on Power 105.1, and that was just a crazy moment. And then she played it again and again, and then other DJs showed support too for The League, and then the other record that me and Iman did for Rosedale when I was like on my little UK vibe. Yeah, that one also she played it, and a lot of other DJs. Like, I wish I could name it off the top of my head. Like, Drewski. It was on Hot 97. It was on, okay, I don't know it off the top of my head. But it was quite a few DJs. Who else was it? Drewski. I want to say Peter Rosenberg.
Okay.
Damn, I really can't, it can't come to my head. Shout out to the DJs that's really breaking records. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all forgot that that's your job. So shout out to the ones that do that for real.
It's a lost art kind of thing that people, not sure if it's an art, but like it's a lost
Oh my
thing
God,
that
I just remembered DJ
much.
Sage was playing it. DJ Miss Milan. Like, there's a lot of, the female DJs be holding it down. I'm not gonna lie.
Female
But
DJs.
yeah, I wish I could remember all the names. I suck. The league, that was like, yeah.
So something that I wanted to bring up was, first, you're the first woman that I've had on Just Talks, which is fire.
I had to do it for the girls, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not one of those girls that you're on a podcast and you just say like whatever you gotta say that's gonna benefit like the show type shit, because you know they want to diversify shit, but like, nah, I'm gonna let them have it no matter what it is, because I'm for the girls. But yeah.
I was gonna ask about working with Pinky McCoy.
My good sis, yes.
I've seen a lot of the stuff that she's done with like the Pink 16 and bringing you in on that. You want to talk about that and what that means, because I feel like that's big and important for women in general, like doing like shows with just women and stuff like that. So
it is. I think what she's doing, I feel like, I don't know if I'm being biased because that's my sis, but no, I'm not. Nobody's ever done that before. Like, she's really, like, creating a platform. She's executive producing music to let artists' voices be heard on her platform. And she does, like, a whole bunch of other, like, connecting the dots behind all of that. So she really does a lot. She took me and a whole group of other female artists to Atlanta and to Tampa. And I feel like we got to really experience low-key, like, the fake tour life, because it was crazy. Like, it was an experience. We was in the studio, OT, cooking up, performing. Performing OT is different. Like, that was an experience in itself. You really got to put in work because people don't know you over there. So you're not getting the same love that you get when you're performing at SOBs or whatever the case is. And on top of that, we rap different than people in Tampa and Atlanta. So it's just like, it's like you really got to go up there and give it your all to get like some positive feedback. I mean, they loved us. They fucked with us. We all did a great job. But it's just like, you just know when you OT, it is like, it is different. You definitely get more love in New York, at least how I feel. We always got so much to say about New York hating on each other and all that. I'm like, bro, go to another state with your New York ass and see if they really supporting you that much. It's crazy, but
it's a lot different.
Yes, it was such an experience though, and we got some music coming out too. So you guys already heard Commas. You already got the music video for that Pink 16 song, but there's other stuff. I don't want to announce it because, you know, it's not my place. It's not my projects. But, yeah, you will definitely hear more Prada Mama, Pink 16 stuff soon. Definitely.
Speaking of performances, is there a specific performance that you've done that you're like, I love that I did that? Like, this experience was like my favorite one that
performance, like a show?
A show, yeah.
Something obviously that stands out to me was when I opened for Tame Money at the Knitting Factory. It was Tame Money, Dream Doll, Chinese Kitty, Young M.A. Like, what? It was crazy. That was a really good turnout. That was such a good show. It got me really excited. The Rosedale show that recently passed, that was definitely another one. I feel like that was also a sold out show. At Baby's All Right. Trying to think if there's any shows that stood out to me that I was like, oh my God, this was my best performance yet. I don't know. I feel like I outdo myself every performance. For some reason, that Rosedale show, I was a little nervous though. I don't know why. Maybe it was because it was like a gap from the last time I performed. Or maybe we just really sold it out. It was crazy, but I don't know. When I get nervous before a show, it's usually a good sign. But it's like, when you're nervous, it's like, damn, it's a lot of people here. And this might sound bad. I might sound like a fake ass artist, but you walk away a lot more hype when you just killed it in front of 400 people versus 4 people. I'm just saying. So it's like, when them shows be packed out.
So the current state of like music, right, is mainly, because I don't know if you've known this or like keeping track with it, but like, I don't know what the numbers are for Travis Scott as of yet, because that album just came out. But like, there hasn't been a number one like hip hop album this year so far, which is crazy, or at least like on the charts in general.
The Pink Friday 2 hasn't dropped yet, so
Touche.
we don't know yet.
Touche.
Let me think. Let me think about your question.
No. So the question is going to be, but a lot of the music that is driving the industry right now is all women. As you can see, Ice Spice, Glorilla, the City Girls. You know what I mean? So like, what does that mean for you, knowing that like that's like the driving force right now? It's not like, unless it's a big name like whoever.
Nah, commercially, the girls are killing it. And I always felt that I fit in that lane. So honestly, it's exciting. It's like, yes, to see more baddies that could spit and make good music winning, it just lets me feel like, you know, it's lit. I'm up next, like, period. So that's how I feel about that. But with the number one albums, like, damn, there hasn't been no number one hip hop album this year.
In the genre of itself, of course, but like overall, no. Nobody's reached that high.
No one dropped a number one hip hop album.
Unfortunately.
I was saying, I feel like I'm in album mode and I don't even know it, because I just been writing. Like, my goal was not to rush another album. I'm just trying to make a whole bunch of songs and then put them out one by one. Like, I don't want to give y'all like all the tea. But I'm not against putting together an EP either. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Just throw something
put
back
another
out there.
Project together, yeah.
As something that you see a lot now is people will do that, and then they'll kind of like, or like an extended version of the like bonus clips of like whatever the EP was, and you could throw it back together. Something like that.
Yeah, just to drag it.
Just a little bit more. Do you want to talk about your first acting role?
That was an experience. I'm not gonna lie, like, I thought it was gonna be really cringe watching that, but no, I thought it was pretty good. I learned a lot, I'm not gonna lie. Like, first, when my friend hit me up to do this, because she's like a real actress, Ash Christine, had to shout her out real quick. She's really about that acting life. She was a part of this production, the One Life to Live film, and they were asking her like, yo, would Prada Mama be interested in this role? Could she act? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, bro, I appreciate you. Like, but I'm not no actor, but, you know, apparently I am. So it wasn't bad. I learned a lot during rehearsal. I learned how to try to be confident and like stay in pocket, just like how you're staying in pocket when you're recording is the same technique that you have to have when you're acting. So I learned a lot, especially with like the vocals and the rhythm when you're acting and reading a script. It's just like rapping, like it's crazy. Like, so yeah, I learned a lot. And then that just dropped on Amazon Prime and Tubi so far. It's going to be on other platforms too, but...
What's it called, so people know what to look for?
What was that?
What's it called so people know what to look for?
My phone. Yo, we've been laughing so much. One Life to Live. Life is spelled Lyfe on Amazon Prime and Tubi. Make sure y'all tune into that because, you know, tell your mother, tell everybody to watch that. It's a beautiful story. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there was a lot of gems dropping. It was a good movie. So, you know what I'm saying?
My last question before we do your promo for whatever you have coming out next is, and this is a question I've been asking everybody. So I want to know, like, how everybody's a little bit different.
Oh, my God, I'm so scared. Okay.
If you could just do whatever you wanted and didn't have to worry about money, you didn't have to worry about anything, what would it be that you would do?
If I didn't have to worry about money or anything, the crazy part is that it's not too different from how I'm already living now because I'm really about this life. If I didn't have to worry about money, I would be in the studio even more than I already am. I would be limitless with like my ideas, creative direction wise, for my visuals, you know, the styling aspect of it, the locations. What else? I would invest all of that into the marketing of my music. Like, what? I got the products, and people could be blind all they want, but I think that's all that's missing in my opinion. So, yeah.
Just more focus on music. Okay. Mm-hmm. So, what stuff do you have coming out that you want to talk about?
I thought you would never ask. So, I'm dropping my next single / visual. I'm dropping it real soon. I'm not going to give y'all a date. And I don't even want to give y'all the title either. But just know it's going to be a banger. I also have music that's syncing. I have music that's being synced on other soundtracks. I don't want to say too much, but I'm like really excited about that. Yo, we making moves. Just know when I'm quiet, it's because something is coming. Like, so any projects that I got going on with other people, I don't want to announce it because I didn't even talk to them. Like, I don't want to mention things, but it's a lot of collaborations. And just some good old music and visuals. Like, if y'all gonna get new music, it's coming with a visual, so be ready for that.
Are you going to do any more challenges?
A challenge. I didn't even think that far ahead, but you know what?
Because you guys did a couple of them, and they were, like, engaging, so.
Nah, for real.
I don't know if people are still doing challenges, but.
I did a challenge for Hillary Banks. Is that what you're talking about?
Mm-hmm.
That was funny. Yeah, I should incorporate that into the campaign for sure. For sure.
Cool.
I'll give you your credit for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And you know, maybe next time I'll come on your show so we can make that like part of my rollout. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for pulling up and stopping by. You know what I'm saying? Prada Gang TV. We here. We outside. Like, do you have anything to say?
No, I don't. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Just Talks.
We did that.